How do you differentiate between someone being nice and someone flirting with you? If possible, see if they are intensifying the flirting over time. If they're interested in you, then they might try to be more insistent as time passes. If not, they might only be a nice person who sounds flirty when they're being nice. Hell, sometimes I can't even tell when I'm being nice or flirting. Good luck. Usually years later and with regret. If they laugh at every joke you make, maybe even a little too hard, unless you're verifiably hilarious, I'd say that's a strong sign. Also pay attention to their body movement. Do they get a little closer, angle towards you, raise their eyebrows when they see you? All strong indicators. Flirt back. If their flirting increases in frequency or intensity, they were flirting. If they pull back, they were just being nice. Stop your flirting, and it's all good. See how they act towards other people. If they act in the same friendly way to other men, women, then they are probably also just being nice to you. Very difficult to say. For example, you could have a girl putting all sorts of body parts into your mouth and taking an interest in your daily routine, but then you suggest they were flirting and they are all, "I'm your dental hygienist," and you've been warned about this already. If they are working, it's not flirting. However, if they are working for a tip, it may be flirting, but it's only because they want a good tip. As a guy, I have to say I always assume they are just being nice in fear of them not actually being flirting. I would honestly say it's body language. There's a different feeling, hard to put into words. People are closer to you then, lean forward a bit more, laugh more and all. There's no coming closer when you're simply being nice. There may be exceptions, but as a general rule I would say it works. And #X200B, the other question is that just a normal flirty behavior for them, which can be the case pretty often, or is the person interested in something else? If they're touching your hair, it's probably flirting. If it's their pubic hair, it's definitely flirting. I literally can't tell. I have no idea how I managed to get married. I figure there are 3 types. 1. Friendliness misinterpreted as flirting. 2. Work flirting equals to pass the time or for tips. 3. Full flirting equals to advance a potential relationship with you. If you want to test whether it's full flirting, talk about things you want to do or about places you want to go that they might be interested in as well. They can easily get excited to come along, or they can ignore or flat out reject the idea without offending you. It's subtle enough that you can make a few attempts at it without putting them on the spot. Best of luck to ya. Holy fluff, like somehow this whole fluffing thread has made me even more unsure. Great, thanks op. Speaking personally, when I seem creepy, I'm being friendly. When I seem mentally retarded, then I'm flirting. If they grab your slong, they're probably just being nice. The best way is to demand they reveal if they're flirting or not. Aggressively pursue them until they answer. Maybe start hitting yourself in the stomach to show dominance. Never break eye contact. Body language and circumstances. If you are with a group of people, and they are spending most of their time talking to you, it's a good sign that they at least enjoy your company. You just reject any notion that you could possibly be attractive to this person and just laugh off everything they say. Go home and cry yourself to sleep, because deep down in your heart you know no one will ever love you, so it's easier to just push away any opportunity to move on. If they're talking to me, they're not flirting. One time a girl asked me to hang out and we went down to a local lake and smoked weed. She then proceeded to take off her shirt and play with her boobs, drop little rocks in her bra and ask me to remove them for her, eventually just take off her bra too, and constantly try to cuddle me. This whole fluffing time I was thinking, wow, she must see me as a very close friend. Yes, I hate myself at it. This was 3 years ago and I've since become a little less naive, have a girlfriend now so I don't have to worry about interpreting seemingly obvious sexual advances at it too. Yes, it hit me as soon as I got home and sobered up, and yes, I kicked the fluff out of myself to an extent for being so naive, but at the same time I wasn't all that attracted to her, so I also just thought it was pretty funny. Well, this is officially my most upvoted comment. Thank you all for all the laughs and jokes. I find this story pretty darn funny too. Love you all. Not, I can't tell, edit, it's probably because nobody has ever flirted with me, I think. I think it's confusing sometimes. I've mistaken flirting for being nice, and being nice for flirting, not always, but it happens. I don't think there's a clear-cut answer for this. Is it happening now? They're being nice to you. Did it happen years ago and now they're with someone else and you can't do anything about it? They were flirting with you. To me it usually feels pretty clear-cut. Straight woman if it matters. Guys use a certain tone when they're trying to flirt seriously. I find it hard to misinterpret in my personal experience. Not saying I'm some kind of savant at reading people. I think maybe guys are more direct and open with their intentions than women, but I've never experienced a woman flirting with me, so IDK. Happy crying face. If I am awake, they're being nice. If I am dreaming, it's flirting. To go off of this, a girl in my complex that I have seen plenty of times while walking my dog has come to say hi and see my puppy. I seen her multiple times over the year I've been in this complex. I never asked for her number because I thought she had a boyfriend and wouldn't be interested in me at all. I am fat, she is fit. Well, on 4th of July my plans bailed on me and I was walking Lulu, and after passing her apartment she opened her door and yelled out, "Hey wait, I wanna see Lulu." So she ran down, booty shorts and tan top, busty girl, and she petted my puppy and chatted with me, asking what I was doing, and we both had cancelled plans. Well, I took this moment and built the courage and asked for her number. I got it. So I texted her a few times over the next couple days, and Saturday we talked on the phone for like 2 hours. Last night she came over and I cooked dinner. We watched a movie and talked a bit, then I walked her home. She said to me she doesn't want a boyfriend for she is figuring herself out, which I replied that's fine, and I said I am flattered you would consider me, and she giggled. And #X200B. Anyway, her randomly coming down to see my dog, which she has her own, and giving me her number, us talking and coming over for dinner? I mean, it's only been a few days, but would you take these actions being interested? Or kind? And #X200B. I even admitted to her she is gorgeous and she intimates me, lol. And #X200B. Any suggestions on my next steps? Or just take my time? She is gorgeous, well educated and happily same age as me, 32, so IDK. I am trying to diet and get healthier, so that's my weakest part of me is my looks. Men, if women laugh at your lame attempts at humor, they're usually into you, or they could be laughing at your lame attempt. There's really no telling. Sometimes, in my experience, women will dramatically fish for compliments. Oh, I look horrible today, I'm so fat, etc., to get you to say something nice to them. I've missed out on many girls because I didn't just directly say I like you, wanna go out. Women, no idea, see if they got a chub when talking to you. Ugly equals nice, attractive equals flirting, me equals harassment. Not possible in Canada. If they're standing next to a cash register, they're just being nice. Look them deep in the eyes and say, "Hey baby, you feelin' the same vibe I am?" And #X200B. Yes. I'm single. Flirting, done correctly, should have a hinted basic message of, "I think you are sexually desirable." Friendly stops at, "I enjoy your company." By being direct with them and cutting out any bull garbage. If there's even a hint of uncertainty, fluff that subtlety garbage. It's not worth playing along, especially when you consider how many people have been genuinely bamboozled by a situation where they thought someone was interested. And #X200B. Trust me, in the end, no one is worth chasing. The people who love you and want to be with you are not going to mince words with you. There isn't a social norm big enough in the world to stop someone from eventually going after what they want, so just sit back and enjoy yourself, be perceptive, but also don't take unfavorable things personally. The worst thing is thinking that someone's been flirting with you, but turns out that's how they act with everyone. Garbage hurts, bruh. Okay, so, basically, it's a flow chart that begins with, "Are you attractive?" It's a pretty short chart. It's hard to generalize as it mostly depend on personal attitude and behavior. Something that could help would be observing how the same person interact with others to spot the differences, if there are. Main thing could be body language. It's the most revealing thing ever in any kind of situation, since it's not totally on our conscious control. If she's particularly touchy, if her body is particularly oriented towards you, if her movements tends towards you, especially in group situation, this could be very revealing. Her look could be a sign. If she's focused on your face, eyes, voice tone sometimes could be different, but this happens more frequently in men. I also notice very often in flirty girls the habit of touching, playing with their hair, but this could also be subjective. They pretend to not hear you when you're calling to them. I read that if a woman is interested in a man, she will watch him intently as he talks. I have looked for this as I see women talking to men, and it appears to be a good indicator of a woman's interest. I would be interested to hear women's comments on this, since it is only a theory. I whip my slong out, then take it from there. First off, everyone's different. Some people are just flirty by nature. They like the attention, and will act like you're way out of line when you misinterpret their signals and ask them out, but they can fluff off. Pretty surefire signs a woman is flirting: 1. Unsolicited body contact, grabbing your arm, finding excuses to touch you, etc. 2. They laugh when you make lame jokes you know aren't funny. 3. In a group setting, they'll keep focusing in on you and neglecting others in the conversation. 4. If you're talking in a group, excuse yourself for another drink or something and see if they come up with reasons to follow you. 5. They playfully poke fun at you. 6. If they run their darn fingers through your hair, all bets are off. You're getting laid.